See, I tell you what I like most about King of Fighters, though. It's the mixture between the fact that it's the art of fighting and Fatal Fury. You know, it's all those characters. This is where it was born of. You know, the Neo Geo and that kind of time. But
yeah, but it's all the SNK sort of
characters, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the initial ones were art of fighting and Fatal Fury. If you go back to '94, it was anyway.
Because I've got SNK versus Capcom. That's pretty good.
Mm. I quite like the fact that they're all set teams as well. So you get like 3 characters in a team realistically, or you can swap them around. But I quite like that.
Yeah, works pretty well. I mean, it works as well because it's not like Marvel vs. Capcom. For me, started to overcomplicate things with you've got teams and you've got assist characters. And can't be that arsed.
Yeah. Oof. Let's see if we can remember the moves though.
I'll be annoying all the hardcores by constantly jumping in.
I don't know, I watched somebody else win Skullgirls by jumping in, but that is actually designed for jumping.
I need to pick that up, it's about 30 quid now though. It's gone up.
Is it? It's gone back up? I got it for a tenner the other day. Oh, right in the...
Oh, in the...
Oh! I felt the pop. I broke both of them. But I missed both your legs.
Big guy who isn't quite Ken.
No. He's from Art of Fighting though, I remember that. I think I just remember a lot about Art of Fighting though, so as you fought, the one thing that was like different was the faces got bruised and damaged, and it was kind of cool that they did that.
That's quite nice. Because I always liked, I don't know if you ever played it, the Shindo Blade on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah, I played that.
Different because it was, you could like, sword fight, and then if you hack someone's leg, then they couldn't use their leg for the fight, they'd drop down to one knee. That's
it. But it was also a one-hit kill, that. I mean, and I used to love that. Because you literally could stand for a while. I used to stand, you'd stand opposite your opponent, waiting for that moment when he was going to go or you were going to go. And then it was kind of, you both went and somebody dropped dead. And it was brilliant for the fact that it was just a one-hit kill. I mean, obviously it was cool slicing them up, but...
you could run off as well. You had a full castle to fight and you could just run off.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna land a block. Here, have some purple shit.
Oh, you got a full-on power though. I'm waiting. What the? It was completely. Oh look, sparks! I'll get in. I'll stand in the middle of that.
I will get back to that.
You. Oh, it's happened. Oh!
Come back.
Oh well.
He's obviously amused by it.
It is, yeah. I've chosen the same character, so this is gonna be interesting. Oh! There was a bit of lag. Oh!
Nice.
That was a good finish. I quite like it because it's, the thing is, why mess with a good formula? The Street Fighter sort of rolling forward and whatever else, it's okay, you can get them bigger, but you can't really, that formula is a good formula for fights, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? It's kind of, yeah. it's the right, that roll of those joysticks is just the perfect kind of, way of doing things. You know, it requires just enough skill, but you know, the big ones take a lot more. You know, it's good. I've got to admit, that's quite a one of my favourite factors about games like this.
It isn't the only thing that makes me slightly prefer Street Fighter to this. It's just my familiarity with Street Fighter, because I can...
Yeah, but we were all birthed on Street Fighter, weren't we? Really?
I know. Right, this guy's a turtle character. It's all hold back for 2 seconds forward, and these are fireball characters. So I just from playing it for that long, you know. Whereas this, you don't have that familiarity. That's the only thing that I think why it hasn't been as popular.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. I think I would agree with that. This is actually one of the harder characters to play as of at the moment. He's a bit lumbering more than being useful.
You just roll into it though.
Yeah, because we all carry around the ball and chain that we were with, you know. It's
and my guy can just punch it and not even flinch. I'll tell you what, King of Fighters in general, series has always done far better than Street Fighter, and that's the background arenas. They're always absolutely stunning.
No, I think the characters are. I think this, and I know that you like the previous, you know, generation of characters and design. I actually think I prefer this because for me it harks back to sort of my Street Fighter sort of favourites when I was playing, you know, Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting before this was born. It was. I like the sort of styling that they've gone with here. I think the cartoony graphics are a change from what we were getting now in the Street Fighter series, for instance.
Yeah, but my only problem with this style is when you compare it to 13.
Yeah.
There's a lot more fluidity to the animations. You know, the guy that I am now.
Yeah. I'll just like to point out that I was grabbing my belly there with success. But I know what you mean. But
like the cloth moves a lot more, and they seem to have had to tone it down just purely for, I assume, physics engine reasons.
Possibly, yeah.
Christ.
Sorry about that. When he moves, he can move. You know, he can shift. This fella. That's, by the way, that thing with the ball when it goes in the air, that's his version of a dragon punch. Yeah, absolutely. Look, there, do you like it?
Oh, nice one.
Oh, I'm just softening you up for the next character, that's all. Just spinning that round. Oh, good kick.
In the face.
Yeah, people aren't as familiar with King of Fighters. I think that's actually quite sad, you know. I think that, I mean, there are obviously hardcore fans out there, but it's just, it's one of those games that deserve better than it got, because I think it just got initially, I'm a clone. You know, this is me being, you know, everything was Street Fighter, and this is a clone of that thing. Oh, maybe it was, but you know, there are some good clones out there of things.
I think it suffered as well in the early days, but the Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting releases on sort of, say, the Mega Drive and stuff were absolutely atrocious compared to the Neo Geo arcade versions. They were really bad ports.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, no one had the Neo Geo console to play the full version on, so everyone just saw the poor man's version.
I think that's very true. I mean, the Neo Geo originally, I remember seeing the original sort of adverts for it, and people, you know, on those early sort of gaming shows when we used to have gaming shows before the net and all that kind of stuff, was the initial things were that this was being sold as a console, or Neo Geo was being sold as a console for those 30+ generation, you know, the ones with a bit of disposable cash who could afford £400 for a console at the time, and you know, £70 to £150 for a game, because effectively it was an arcade machine, you know.
Yeah, well, the cartridges were literally the cartridges they used to slot in the arcade machines, wasn't it?
Absolutely. So you had an arcade board there that was, you know, running your game. quite stunning, really.
The price isn't. You see, there a lot of people think, oh, it's fast consoles now, but this was the 90s. I mean, your Mega Drive was what, 150, 200 pound.
150. Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it made of 200 quid, really.
This Neo Geo was over doubled up, so that would be the equivalent of, say, Microsoft releasing a £1,000 Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the problem. But the thing at the time, gaming was still in its infancy almost. I mean, it was coming, but it isn't the powerhouse that it is nowadays, and everybody sort of expects, you know, to be somebody gaming, if you know what I mean. You know,
nowadays, like 30-year-olds practically the biggest gamers, whereas back then,
no, yeah,
30-year-olds probably played during the Pong era and then given up goodbye.
Yeah, absolutely.
With dangling breasts.
I did, yeah. Her breasts are just unbelievable. They really are. The thing is, though,
the point of the outfit.
Yeah, I know, but if you go back far enough, the funny thing about those breasts is that those are the same breasts she had way back in 1994. So, they haven't changed. They've done the same dangling breasts, but just given them better physics, as they might say, you know?
Yeah, she was the pre-Lara Croft back then.
Am I waiting for you or waiting for me?
I pressed X, it's just got cancel preparation, so I don't know what's happened there. Try again. Oh, you're on. No.
I've not got anything going on here.
Finish fight mode 2 and then finish preparations. So can you press X to...
Nope. Have you locked as well?
I think you've dropped off, yeah.
I've dropped off. Right, okay, let me just see if I can go back. Alright, I'll just drop out. Alright. I'll come join your game. I've all gone blank again. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Last time around it was a bit of a disaster. for lots of reasons.
Should put that on my next YouTube video.
What's
if you're
that?
Gonna stream,
yeah,
in via cables.
Yeah.
Don't rely on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You're still a runt, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
I'll have to actually attempt an online match.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to be some of the more bizarre characters this time.
Have you got the finishing characters, the bosses?
Yeah. But they've added an extra 4 in, that must be online DLC, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. It's a $9.99 kind of thing. It was $15.99. I'm not entirely sure that 4 characters are worth $15.99.
Yeah,
you know, considering you've got a roster of 30... Well, how many are there?
36, is it?
36 or something like that, yeah. It's quite a lot.
And that was 30 quid, I think, when it came out.
Yeah. No, it's 48. It's 50 characters. 50 characters.
It's slightly disproportionate the amount you paid for the game.
But whatever else. You can pay $3.99 though for each of them if you want individually, which I think is totally ridiculous. So. Oh, I love that. I love the fact that he's pretending to be a dinosaur. He isn't actually a dinosaur, and he shouts "Rawr!" And it's just so bad.
It's kind of like King from Tekken almost ripped him off, really, because I'm sure this was first.
Yeah. Yeah. Thing is, good characters do get ripped off. They always will do, you know.
I think the good thing about King of, just SNK in general is what I really like about it. It's Japanese, it's unashamedly Japanese.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's just, it's not like Street Fighter that's become more and more
westernized. Yeah, it has. Yes, absolutely. I would agree with that. Oh, I was trying to final finishing move on you. Oh. Oh! Do you know something? After that first initial attack on you, I completely lost the moves there. I was like, what?
I think that's the first time I've actually played as him, because
yeah, he is actually... He's quite hard. He's a bit like that one guy with the ball and chain. I think he's quite slow. I don't think he's a particularly quick character.
Beating up on an old man.
Oh!
I love the way he runs. Just like arms behind the back, just charges at you.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, no, I like that. Oh, I definitely like that. But I think it's stylized enough. I think it's the right stylizing. I think, you know, having played those Fatal Furies and whatever else, I mean, it's the right style.
Yeah, I think people just got used to kind of the anime style of 13, and I mean that game was beautiful, but there's no. It's just a different art style. Once you get used, it plays exactly, you know, just as in fact it plays better than 13. I think.
It probably does, yeah. This is your Balrog character. You just steal.
Yeah, you've got to have boxes in fighting games. I don't know what move that was. Steps on the floor. I need to find out what that does. That's not.
Oh! Punched in the legs. Yeah. Kiss the golden glove. Yep.
It's the waitress.
King. Yeah. Oh yeah, you had my measure there. I was going for the legs. I was going to sweep the legs, Danielson. Oh!
Did you ever see the Fatal Fury animes?
No, I never saw those ones. I saw the Street Fighter ones, all the manga stuff that was around at the time.
The Fatal Fury one, I watched it not too long back, and I didn't quite realise how mental the plot is for Fatal Fury.
All right.
All about, I think it's for the second one. And it's about a bit of armor that turns you into a god.
Right.
It's quite bizarre. That was a bit of a word.
Oh! I'm just running into that. It's all kicks for this girl. That's the problem.
Yeah, she reminds me a lot of the guy Tekken, Eddie.
It also reminds me of yeah, but Eddie's a rip-off of what's he called? DJ from Street Fighter. So you go far enough back, you get to the original, you know. So they're all rip-offs of each other. Well, everybody's a rip-off of Street Fighter, but you know.
What was the one I was playing one the other week? They're all Toggle number 1 did the review,
right?
And it was Akira Toriyama did the character design for it. So
yeah.
they're all Dragon Ball characters basically, but it's just completely bizarre characters you would never. It's the only fighting game I could say where every character is pretty much unique.
To be fair, I've played that. I had that back on the was it PS1? PS1. Yeah, I had that on the PS1. Yeah.
Although I've recently found out a lot of people pronounce it Tobal, not Tobal.
That would actually make more sense, to be fair, you know. Tobal as a name.
So I said Tobal because it's only got one L, so I'm blaming that.
Actually, do you know what I really like about this? Forget all the special moves and all that. I actually like the solidness of the punching in it. You know, the punching and the hitting and all that kind of stuff. It feels good. It's not.
You get a good impact.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the way Tekken does, you know, with the effects on the punches.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels good. I mean, clobbering somebody in this feels, you know, like a fist fight. It's a good fist fight. You know, one you really want to be involved in. It's a good one.
Yeah, it feels much like. It's one thing I enjoyed about Mortal Kombat X as well. It was very similar where every punch felt like hurt.
Yeah.
Why did I pick this kid?
Oh, I was waiting for a throw. Actually, we've done a few games now without a throw. Yeah. He's got shuriken and a dragon punch, and he does that. And I got you from behind because I rolled through you. It's quite good, actually. It's got a good array of sort of things.
And awesome sideburns.
And awesome sideburns.
Power of the sideburns.
He's rocking those sideburns, dude. Yes.
What you mean about impact though? I mean that kick that he does feel like, you know, because it just sort of a double.
Yeah, it's a good, and it's a good solid pounding. It doesn't mess about. That's what I like about it. Are you gonna splash out on the Street Fighter for the Switch, or are you gonna stay away from it? Most of the reviews say stay away.
I've got Super Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. I've got the HD remaster they did on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I think I've got Turbo sitting around somewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna stay with it.
To be fair, if you've got a classic on order, then you're gonna be able to get it on that as well, anyway.
Yeah.
So.
The only difference is you get Violent Ken and Evil Ryu, but
yeah.
It's just reskinning of all characters. It's a bit overpriced, really, when you consider
how old the game is, realistically. Yeah.
Which surprised me they do that one. You know, they obviously knew when they were doing that the SNES Classic was coming out with one of their games bundled on for £70.
Yeah, but this
sell the same game for 30 cents.
But this is Nintendo we're talking about. I mean, the fact that they sold the NES Classic without any, you know, and then stopped selling it because it was going to be a one-off, and the demand was massive, you know. And look at. I mean, I still haven't been able to pre-order my copy of it yet. You know, of the SNES Classic.
There may be some coming on sale, I've heard, simply because Amazon and Argos and Game, anyone who's ordered more than one, they've just been cancelling the pre-orders. So
yeah, you know,
that may free up some stock.
Yeah, well, that might be too bad.
I'd heard rumours that the reason that they've both been limited runs is because Nintendo, that basically there are Wii inside them, so Wii CPU and RAM and stuff, and it's just Nintendo getting rid of the spare parts that they've got in warehouses. I stick a NES box on it and call it a classic.
Well, that stands to reason, I suppose. Yeah. It's not what I want to hear, but it stands to reason.
I suppose it's a good way of getting rid of your spares.
Well, yeah, that's what Samsung are doing with their Galaxy phones as well, aren't they? They're re-releasing the Note in Korea only, using most of the innards apart from the battery.
Is that the collector's edition or?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it was. To be fair, anybody who had one or I knew who got one, it was a very popular phone. But yeah. Do a Hadouken backwards, and you'll throw his Hadouken. There you go. It's kind of he's everything backwards of Ryu and Ken. be close. Oh! The thing that made, but if you think about those guys, you know, for Andy Bogart there and his brother, what was his brother called? Oh, Terry. You know, Terry. The thing about that made their beat 'em up so different was that you could jump in and out of the background. Do you ever play it?
Yeah, it was almost like
there was like a plane that you could work across, so you could you know, and there was moves to attack across the plane.
move, yeah.
Yeah.
If you watched it in motion without knowing that it was three separate planes, you would almost think it was a cross between Streets of Rage and Street
Yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it's good old. Well, you deserved that, by the way, because you weren't blocking, and I knew what you were up to. Oh, good roll.
Just go for the nut grab that he does.
Just at the right time there. Thing about this though, is... Oh, do you know what? I love that. Was a good finish. Nice solid punch to the face. Yeah, I struggled with his moves. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, got my revenge. I do like that's actually just available to anybody. That's just sort of standard light punch, just tapped. Yeah, brilliant. But it makes it accessible. Because the fighting games nowadays tend to be a bit elitist, and I'm actually finding that really annoying. How elitist they've become.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is down to the fact that if you're not a casual gamer, but if you're a normal gamer and you pick up a first-person shooter, these days they all control the same. You pick it up, you know, one stick does movement, one stick does your head, you trigger fire. You pick up a beat 'em up, and you've got to learn what the entire mechanics are there. How whether it's got 4-punch buttons or Guilty Gear's got medium, light, dust and kick, slash, punch, dust and kick, and it's like, what the hell's a dust move? And you've got to learn what their mechanics are. It just makes them slightly less accessible than other games out there. People just come a bit too elitist on that.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Like Capcom with the Marvel vs. Capcom games have gone completely opposite direction, where you put the easy mode on them, you can literally just press 2 buttons and you just do all sorts of combos rather than trying. Well,
isn't there a learn mode on Tekken 7? I mean, that's really weird, you know, where you can actually just beat the level by pushing learn.
Yeah. It seems to be in that mode. If you do one of the moves off that, it automatically lands. But Tekken 7, the last boss, just frustrated the hell out of me.
I didn't even know I'd won there, by the way. I thought you had another character to go. I was like, why aren't we fighting again? That's pretty even tonight, right? Not like Tekken, because you obviously played a lot more Tekken than I did.
I think I did back in the day. I've still got that sort of Tekken mindset of
that 3D style. Yeah,
and I've done a lot of capture for I didn't get it done in time, but I was going to try and do a Tekken video, like a retrospective, but just didn't get it done. And by the time it come out, everyone was doing them videos, so I was like, I'm not going to get any traction with that. Don't bother.
No, I can understand that. Definitely understand that. Here we go. I hate this character. I actually have played as this character and he totally frustrated me. He's on the grounds of what is it? What does he do? Judo, is it? The one where you do all throws.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Although he's got a lot of kicks, he's more. And I got caught out with this, and I got absolutely. Where is it in? Well, maybe it isn't.
You can tell I've played Fatal Fury a lot, can't I? Much better.
Yeah, you know Terry's moves. Yeah. I think we all know Terry's moves. That's the thing.
He's got a hell of a lot beefier than he used to be, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they've toned him down in this one in 13.
He was a big fella.
His arms are huge.
To be fair, though, I mean, to be fair, the one thing you can say about SNK, I mean, we'll discuss it briefly, is but on the front of female characters, what a huge roster of female characters they actually have, with equally, you know, brutal and you know, sort of, you know, violent moves as the guys. You know, it's one of those few games where there's a huge roster of them. I mean, I don't think Street Fighter either managed to achieve that kind of level of.
No, what they did do well, which Dead or Alive kind of missed, is although some of them are quite revealing outfits and stuff, it matches the personality of the female characters. It's not like Dead or Alive where you've got these serious ninjas or them where you can still go.
Oh, nice. Oh, Terry's not going down. Not without a fight. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. I mean, to be fair, I mean they've always played like that in this. But as I say, there's a serious roster of female characters in SNK's thing. It's not the same as some other fighting games, and they always has been, as far as I can remember. Once it sort of got to a certain point. I tell you what, I've missed though. World Heroes. Do you ever play that one? That's got some serious weird characters in. That's worth looking up. That was another SNK, but World Heroes had things like pirates in it for no reason, just gigantic pirates with huge sort of, you know, parrots on their shoulders and huge hooks on their hands, and it was a bit like Shogun Warriors. Never really Shogun Warriors. I think it's Shogun Warriors, but also didn't do, you know, as well as it should have done. But it was a classy fighter, but very weird. But World Heroes, I think, got at least 5 versions of it, so it wasn't completely sort of, you know, unliked, but it was fairly specialised, I think is the right wording for it.
You seriously need to...
Oh!
Getting a bit of lag there.
Terrible lag.
You seriously need to play Guilty Gear. If you want weird characters, that is...
Well, I'd like to tell you right now that under a pile of 6 Blu-rays and a couple of games, it says Guilty Gear the Third or X3, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I have that, so Revelator. There we go, Revelator.
There's a character called, I think it's called Bedman, who is just basically he's a guy in a bed having a bad dream, and his machinery, like his life support equipment, attacks you.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll get that one on. I'll get that installed. Maybe that's the if we're gonna do this bi-weekly, that's a couple of weeks' time that one, and we give that one a go. Gives me a chance to actually have a play on it before you beat the hell out of me.
It's a weird mix. You've got vampires, you've got time traveling, guitar playing witch. It's
all right. Yeah, it's definitely one I'm gonna have a look at. Well, I bought it because I thought it was £11 on Amazon. I thought you said it was good, so let's give it a whirl. Because, you know.
Well, it's the same guys who are doing the new Dragon Ball Z game.
Right. Yes.
And it's very good at it's Unreal Engine.
Right.
And you would swear you're watching an anime. It's that type of style.
Is that good? Excellent. I've just acquired a title called Lag Hater. I wonder what happened during the middle of that match. According to my thing, your connection's gone down slightly, whereas mine's still like monster.
Mine's done the opposite. Mine said yours was gone.
So something along the way, yeah.
The wife's probably put Netflix on. I'll blame that.
Yeah, well, mine's already got Netflix on, so but
you've got like 20 billion meg broadband.
I've got 20. I've got 200 meg. Yeah. I'm trying to go through.
I'm boss because he's got some serious sideburns.
Yeah. But that's
a cigar.
I'm going to point out, right, that it's definitely, if you know it's Japanese because they have good sideburns. They always have amazing sideburns. It's the nature of the beast. Look at those.
Belt.
Yeah. There's a cow belt. Yes. Come on, what's her moves? Oh. No.
I'm going to take back what I was saying before about King of Fighters, because unlike Street Fighter, where some characters have no quarter circle moves, or some have, at least on this, they all be quarter circle, they'll all be motion type moves, so you can kind of
they are. Yeah, I'm not sure that there's an awful lot of, other types of moves. Kicked you in the foot. I just broke your little toe there to finish you off.
Has he still got a cigar in his mouth, even though he hasn't?
Yes, he has. Yes, he didn't even drop the cigar. So he's just pretending to be knocked out. That's what it is.
Oh, for that one. Ooh, the effects on the fireballs are all very nice in this as well. They're nice particle effects.
Yeah. I don't know what engine they used for this, actually. Unfortunately, I suspect this... Hmm?
Do
you think it's what?
Their own internal engine, I think.
I'm sure it's a sort of about scalar form at the beginning of this thing starting. Is that not an engine too?
It is.
I don't know what... I don't know... I mean... To be fair, it's a pretty good engine.
Doesn't say it on the box, so it can't be Unreal or anything, just to be advertising the hell out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think you get a discount if you say everything's Unreal.
Yeah.
Write it on the box and we'll give you a discount.
Advertise it everywhere. It's like Kojima on the last Metal Gear. It's like, I'm going to make sure these bastards know I made this. So at the start of every mission, it says Kojima production. I've said it on the last 3 missions. Nice.
Oh. I was just waiting for the final one, wasn't I? I thought you could get somebody to jump in with you. I don't think you can you? Oh, I like that character. I think he's one of the weird ones. Sort of sand, sort of mummy-like or whatever he is.
Yeah. He reminds me in look a bit like, what was that game that was Prototype?
Oh, yes, Alex, whatever he's called. And then there's Prototype 2, which was absolutely awful.
I never played the sequel. But
did you not? Well, it was just basically more of the same, but with another character pretend, and Alex sort of turned up in it. It's like a bit weird. He was like some military person, whereas Alex, I think, was some emo kid, wasn't
he? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Came out similar time to Infamous, and was pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Never really played Infamous though. Oh dear, I'm putting you off now. Don't look between them. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. I wanted to tell you. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look. No.
It's rid of sand. It's fine. Oh god. Lag. I blame lag. Whatever happens.
You're blaming lag. You're gonna get the trophy for Lag Hunter. Yeah, I've got some lag there.
Oh, in the crotch again.
with fan to the crotch. I've now got the title, I Trust My Skills. Awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. I trust my skills.
I do like the music on this as well. Very metal, rocky.
Yeah.
Style.
Yeah, I've got to go that way.
Look at this guy, he's got a big stick to hit you with.
Yeah.
Battle of the two pixie-style characters.
You got your pixie dust on.
I am slightly evil, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I would agree with that.
She ice skates across the arena.
Oh, I remember this one. Hey there! I was gonna get you. The thing about this is it's quite well trained because all of the, for instance, all the reversals and counters and super moves, they tend to be the same sort of formula. So you can actually learn them quite a lot easier than you would think you can learn them, if you know what I mean. I quite like that because I'm not convinced that it's always the same on some games, but certainly in this game it's the counters are right, if you know what I mean. There is always this combination you can do to counter somebody's super move, somebody's whatever else, it's reversal. I mean, there's always a way to roll through somebody.
Yeah, because your rolls are all invincible, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. So we can always rule. Yeah, so
the good thing about that is you don't have to learn that. Like, for example, on Street Fighter, that Ken's medium Dragon Punch is invincible on Wake Up, but his low and high aren't. You don't have to know.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
have to know it in such intricate detail that.
I'm sure somebody will tell us that we're completely wrong, but you know that you know that it isn't as straightforward to do with the you know the fighting than as we're making out. But
but even if it isn't, if it appears to be,
yeah,
they're doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's people slag off the Dead or Alive series, but that's what I always liked about Dead or Alive. If you the counter system was very straightforward. You press forward and counter for medium punches, and then down and up for the high ones. So once you got the knack of that, you could pretty much counter almost anything. You just then had to learn when to juggle so that you didn't get countered yourself.
I know there's a way to get the bird to come in, and I don't know what it is. Oh, I was waiting for that. Yes. Very good. Next round. Oh yeah. Is it Billy? Is it, or is he called Pole? Billy. Yeah. I'm sure he was a henchman, you know, in the original Art of Fighting. In fact, I know he was. I'm absolutely convinced he was a henchman in the Art of Fighting.
I'm sure he was a secret hidden boss in the last one.
All right. Sorry, bro. Well,
that looked impressive. Him didn't do that.
It didn't connect, but it looked good. Thanks. I like it.
I found my move. I'm using.
I'm just using that one. Let's spam that one to death.
And it's pirate move.
Yeah, I think they have a thing about pirates in SNK, as I said to you about World Heroes.
With a jaunty hat.
Oh, I've got my sword though.
And a laser sword.
And a laser sword, because you wouldn't, you know, I don't leave home without it. I've no idea where it's stashed, but he's got some serious reach. I'm gonna have to use a laser sword on you to. Oh. Sorry, missed.
Actually got a counter for that. It must have.
It must be, yeah. You must have contacted something.
That's the other thing. The hit detection is spot on this. I've never, you know, sometimes in Street Fighter 5, you're like,
yeah,
how did that hit me? That shouldn't physically, you know, his leg would have hit first. Whereas all the moves are.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, aren't they?
Yeah. Sometimes in Street Fighter, it's like, yeah, you hit them first, but that's an armored move or whatever. It's like, it just feels cheap when characters have armor.
Okay, let's have a little look here.
I'm going to be Jedward here.
Jedward. I'm going for the crazy gang at the top. This is gonna, if they don't get a win out of this, I'll be utterly amazed. As long as you don't choose too many Jedwards. Yeah, this is the group with the weirdest combination of looks and moves, I think.
Yeah, they actually fight quite well though, surprisingly. Sorry, I was distracted by my own hair there.
Thankfully I wasn't. But your hair's awesome. It's the hair of a winner. I'm sure he's got a load of lightning moves.
He is. That must be the reason for the hair.
To be fair, I'm a little bit worried about the pants. They look a little plasticky to me. There's this latex going on. There's a lot of chafing.
They could be rubber.
It's true, yeah. Yeah, they're a little bit worried. God help if he drops one of those metal chains on the floor. This character just... what?
Everything about her animation is just mental. I think, what the hell is wrong with that thing?
Oh! Oh!
Oh, I walked right into that one.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I wasted that.
Oh! I want to give you that one. That's not what I wanted to do to you. I've been trying that all time. That was poor. That was me trying to give you the little tap, and I was just like miles off.
that was just reach there. She's just got that tiny reach. She's like, oh, I'll stroke your armpit. Yeah, so how are them two teaming? They're not on the same team as this guy, because that's quite a weird combination.
Oh!
Super cancel.
You drive me nuts with that, pal. Oh! Oh, finally. Yeah, it's going to be close though. Last round. I've got three characters to do basically with him, and that's his finishing pose.
Good eye patch. What are the sideburns like? Oh, they're pretty good.
They're not too bad.
God, his moves are shit though. You might actually beat this guy.
I need to do that.
He's a wrestler character, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not very keen on wrestlers. I've never been keen on, you know, you get the Zangiefs of the world, and I know he was like one of the starting ones, but do you know what? You could take all the wrestling characters out of the game, I'd be much happier. You know, I just found Zangief particularly annoying.
I've never been a big fan of the big sort of brute characters. They're just so slow. I always prefer the quicker, faster guys.
Yeah.
I always like the chef off Street Fighter 4.
Yeah. Bound to win. Bound to win. I'm getting a lot of titles, you know, by the way. I don't know about you, but every time I finish the thing, it's popping up with title after title.
They're all on your side of the screen, so I don't know whether they're coming up from me and I just don't see yours,
No, you just see yours. That's what it is. So
Getting titles.
yeah, getting
I think
titles.
there's a trophy for that, so hopefully that will.
Yeah. Wouldn't know. All of those notifications are turned off on my machine. I turn off all notifications are off because there's nothing worse when you try to stream something or record something and it just pops up on the camera screen. Yeah, this is the judo dude. I might even put him on first just so you can you know, absolutely pump him into the ground because he's so annoying. There we go. That's him first. Because it's just one of those characters. It doesn't sit right for me. There you go.
With his wooden shoes.
With his wooden shoes, his clogs or whatever they are. Okay, I'll take it back for a second. I'm just not in love with him. I think that's the problem. Yeah, because it's like sumo, he pushes going on and all kinds of stuff. There's something not right about this character. He doesn't, and on the scale of things, I don't think he's very well designed. He doesn't look good to me, if you know what I mean. Everybody else seems to have such a whatever. And he's just got a great big hulking chest with a, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's very
one-dimensional.
Yeah, he comes off to me as one of those characters that's designed for people who are ridiculously advanced players who are all about zoning and getting in a position where they want.
Yeah, maybe.
Because one of the good things about this is it really comes off as... I mean, if anyone's played Super Street Fighter 4, just the amount of characters that are just Ryu and Ken clones, whereas at least on this, the Street Fighter characters, they all feel completely different to players.
Yeah.
Very few that have the same or even similar movesets.
Oh.
Couldn't beat the hair.
No. The hair is awesome. When you go with the yeah, I was gonna say with the standard colours though, he actually goes with a gold shirt. It's just awesome. And you see, why didn't his glasses come off? You'd think if you punched him square in the face, his glasses would come right off, wouldn't you? But that was an awful lot of entertaining moves for nothing there.
Very stylish, this guy. Even his jump backwards.
Oh, nice. You broke my hair.
I do apologise for that.
Yeah, you did. You broke the hair. You touched my hair. Yes. I know he's meant to be some kind of gentleman, but actually I thought he was the butler when I first saw him because he's wearing that full coat, tails going on there.
I get the impression he's meant to be some sort of English butler.
Yeah.
Japanese people think an English butler would be.
Yeah, but he looks perfect. I can tell you now that's exactly how all butlers look like in England.
That's how yours was dressed right, isn't
it? It is, yes. I'll be shouting for Jeeves later. No. I do think Matua's name is a bit dodgy, though. Do you know what I mean? The only thing that runs through my mind was when you see Matua, she's called Matua, right? I'm thinking, you know, madam with a brothel, really.
Kind of her outfit suits that idea.
Yeah, I know. I suspect.
Even her idol animation where she's like, you know, with her hands.
Yeah. Sorry, I just took advantage of your idle animation. spammed the Dragon Punch. Sorry, not Dragon Punch.
Ascendant Red Lotus.
It's popping up. The exact thing's popping up on my screen, so I'm going with that. We're both getting it. To be fair.
Yeah. I'll go with that one.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Okay. Who haven't I been tonight?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think now.
I don't think I've been the Howard Geese selection actually, so I'll go with them. Yeah.
I think I've been Xanadu.
It's good selections.
Don't think I've been Clark either.
He's obviously he must be a butler because he's with Howard Geese, and Howard Geese is kind of there was the final boss in Art of Fighting. So he must be the butler. He's part of that team. Ooh, nice move. Ooh.
Is this guy, strikes me as maybe meant to be Taekwondo.
Something like that, yeah.
Just because, not that I know Taekwondo, but his moveset seems, just the way he does his kicks in very similar to the death of Tekken.
Well, I got him confused with that. Yeah, I was going to say, I got him confused with that other character before, you know, Captain Damon, I think it's called, the other character. The judo sort of, you know, as you said before, the character is probably designed for somebody who's a specialist on zonal moves and all that kind of stuff. But he's actually a better character. He's a better, he might be shorter, but he's a better, more developed character, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like Tom Jones on roids.
Yeah. He's got those sideburns going on as well, of course. We must mention the sideburns.
Is Geese good at it? No.
No, Geese is not, because Geese is... Well, no, I'm not, Howard Geese is a boss in his own right, so, I mean, you know... I think he's allowed not to have sideburns.
Evil characters don't tend to have sideburns.
Is that what it is? You think that's what it is? If you're evil, you have no sideburns. You can't grow them.
It's a measure of goodness.
It's a measure of your good power.
It was a fable there would more on disease.
Oh, got some lag. Alright, well...
Concentrate on this round at this level.
I've definitely not been concentrating this round. Yeah! I haven't got his moves through.
I don't like this guy. All his moves look big.
They're actually they're much yeah, they're much better than you. Yeah, poked you in the big toe. Murdered you with that.
Gonna beat Xanadu now.
Okay.
Xanadu.
He's got some. Actually, he's not too bad, is Xanadu, if I'm honest.
I think he looks like a pimp that's been jailed.
Yeah, I go with that as well. But he's actually got some, you know, good old roll. There's that one, and then there's the kick one that does the other one. It's quite impressive actually, because he sort of bellows at you and shouts, which I think is quite good.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's just the weirdest face. God, we've been doing this for over an hour now.
I know. I know you booked it down for an hour and a half, but I'm not sure I can survive that long.
No.
We'll go with the boss. I'm going to do the bosses. and somebody random. There we go.
I'll go random. No, the way. Oh, butler, sorry.
Square. There we go. We'll do the bosses in order. Well, not in order, sorry, but 2 bosses anyway first.
Bosses in the Evil Eye School.
Yeah, bosses in the Evil Eye School. Well, I don't think I've actually played as yet. I wasn't impressed by this boss, you know.
I found him quite cheap.
Yeah, I thought he was cheap. I think he's like an afterthought. I'd have rather had not some kind of demon. I'd have rather had a, you know, like all the rest of them. You know, I'd rather have seen Howard Geese. I know that's not likely that to have been the character, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's the only one who sort of floats and does weird and wonderful things. You know, I know there's the sand guy, but he seems appropriate, whereas this guy just doesn't seem to fit the bill.
I think it's a case of they're on the 14th one now, and just gradually weird demons and stuff.
But I don't think you have to.
No, you don't.
I mean, you really don't. You could easily ditch him. I mean, I often find these sort of weird demons that get added. You know, I always think that they're just out of character. I mean, he's a boss.
Yeah.
You know,
he kind of fits in with the world.
He fits in with the world, but you know, even with his white pants and his high kicking and his, you know, he fits the world, but. Yeah, I know. But he's been in a while, I believe. That particular character. I suspect he. I mean, he's seriously influenced by the 80s Elm Street stuff, but yeah. There we go. Both you and I were cheap there. We both went for the same thing.
Yep. Oh, no. Some perfect shit.
Oh, nice.
Didn't pay off.
No, it didn't pay off, but it was a good dodge.
Yeah, it looked nice. It'll look nice on a highlight reel.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
The worst Dragon Punch known to man. That's just actually just a normal uppercut. You know, that's Dragon Punch real life, that was.
Yeah. Oh, it tastes good. Oh, yeah.
You've learnt my secret trick now of charging at your dodging and then...
I made you frosty. Bye-bye.
And say she predates Frozen as well, so, you know...
There we go. Trendsetters.
Can you beat the weight?
And then we'll go for it. We'll see what happens. I like that. Oh, I like that. Yeah, as I say, all characters are appropriate by that final boss, the versus one, and I think he's ridiculous. But I can say the same about Tekken. I mean, I finished the arcade when I played the arcade mode, and you meet your mother. You know,
yeah.
no. I mean, it's not really a spoiler because the arcade mode, and it only takes about 3 rounds to get to the end of it, right? You fight her, and then she turns into some kind of demon, doesn't she, or an angel or something like that. And it's it's a bit cheap.
Yeah, and I don't know. Have you got to the bit where Akuma rocks up?
Yeah, I've got to that. Yeah.
And that just feels kind of like, oh, we had a deal with Capcom. We've got to use him. We'll just slap him in.
Yeah, that was that, and I mean, when we played it, I was just literally playing Street Fighter with you. It wasn't even funny. It was just literally, I'll just play Street Fighter now. So,
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that group of people. Because I haven't done them. I think there's only one set I haven't played as, and I think that's that old man with the... who runs along, you know, doing that sort of dodgy sort of run.
Yeah, who turns into, like, he's got, like, a big muscly version of himself.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. No, it was a cheap thing from you know, well, you know, to put in Bandai, isn't it? Namco Bandai to chuck in, you know, Akuma.
I mean, style-wise, it kind of fits the Tekken sort of principle, but it's
well, yeah.
I mean, people slag off Tekken versus Street Fighter, but at least they kind of fit. I think 3D moves move towards 2D better than 2D really translates to 3D.
I would agree with that. Swing the ball. That's it, slap me.
Oh, missed you. Oh, in the nuts.
Oh. Oh, it was close.
Again.
That was close.
I need better footwear, obviously.
And rubberized soles, look. Yeah, I think he's wearing wellies.
Wellies under the biker outfit.
Wellies under the biker outfit because that's what you wear when you're fighting in the desert.
Yeah, it's going to be awfully hot for him.
It's going to be some chafing. I find it interesting though, and when we're playing this, right? When you've got the mics undisconnected, you get speech through the controllers.
Yeah.
You don't when you're playing it. I guess they just put it through the whole. So I quite like that one.
I was recently playing the DOA games, comparing the various versions of DOA 2.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the fact that now most speed-ups just keep the original Japanese language in, because
yes, why not?
To the old ones, the English speaking of it just doesn't work.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with the subtitles as well. I think that's appropriate. It's almost you know, it's an insult to actually say that you have to change it for the Western audience, I think. I mean, okay, there may be the text, because we don't read Japanese, but, you know, when it comes to the speech, you can subtitle it any day.
Yeah, and I think Tekken for a while now has always had characters speak their own language, don't they? They don't, you know, Japanese characters speak Japanese, English characters speak English.
Yeah.
Which is a bit weird when they're talking to each other.
Well, it's a bit...
When Nina's talking to Suya, and they're just, you know, he's putting on in Japanese and she's talking in English.
Oh! Yes. Finally. I've only got 2 more fighters to go.
One?
Oh, one. Oh, right, yeah. Well, that's not so bad.
I can't remember who it is.
She's got some interesting moves, though. She's got a lot of Street Fighter moves.
That's a fast-moving fireball, that.
Yeah. She's also got a Dragon Punch and all kinds. And a shield. Which is annoying. I just can't make the contact I want to make with you. There you go, Dragon Punch it.
Pretty agile as well.
She's not bad actually. She's a weird character. I didn't expect her to be so You just fell off the seat.
Oh, it's this bloody squeaky chair. I'm going to say that as well for anyone watching the stream. Every time you hear sort of that sound, it's the chair.
It's you, chair. Diving off.
Yep. Okay. It was a cheap leather chair, and it's great, except for the fact that it creaks like hell, and every now and again the pin drops out of it, so you'll be leaning on it, and suddenly it'll drop back like a foot.
Well,
should we make this one the last one then?
Yeah, let's make it the last fight. Let's do this. Do you know something? It's been pretty even, if you ask me, tonight.
Yeah, it has. It's been a lot better than.
It was a lot better than Tekken, as I say. I'm obviously not a 3D beater. Even though I must love them because I buy them all, but I don't play them enough. So.
It's just a drunken box.
Oh, it's just ridiculous.
It's just like creeps up.
He's quite quick though. I quite find it quite. He's got terrible reach because he's obviously minuscule. But do you know what I mean? He's quicker than I thought he was going to be.
The advantage of that is he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's harder to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. And that actually comes across though as well. I was going to say that comes across in these games. With this, height and size does actually make a difference. Whereas years ago they were almost pretty much the same sort of height. There's a few characters exceptions. There was kind of, do you know what I mean? And as we said before, that hitting those characters, it feels right. It doesn't feel like it's like miles off.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that was an invincible move, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Very well balanced, but
yeah,
I suppose we should expect that. This is the 14th King Fighters, and God knows how to Fatal Furies.
I mean, let's be fair. SNK, I don't even know if they've added many new characters to this roster. I don't think they have.
No, I think they've added them from the other games, haven't they? Really?
Yeah, that's it.
So much.
Well,
how have I not destroyed him? I more strange up in the first round and just.
I don't know what happened there, to be honest with you. I'm just as confused as you are.
I don't think this loss is particularly bad. I think it's quite good. So hopefully I can get at least even this up slightly for the last one.
Oh, wonderful!
Yatta!
Yeah, I did it. That's what it means.
Yeah, what game was it with? She used to say that all the time.
Yeah. I did it.
Ah, it's Heroes.
Yeah, that's
Hero
it.
used to say it in the first.
Yeah, that's it.
All my Japanese knowledge comes from random TV shows.
Yeah, that's where mine come from pretty much.
That and Persona. The Japanese teenage simulator of games.
Oh!
School and learn Japanese.
You've just absolutely destroyed me there.
I'm very hit and miss with these characters.
Yeah, I am as well. It depends on the character, yeah. Yeah. This'll help. Oh, it wasn't in the max mode though when I did it, unfortunately.
Certainly even things up. But...
She'd roll through me. It's like you forgot to roll through me.
Then when I remembered, I rolled right back to where. Oh well, that was a good effort.
Oh, I think we'll call it a night. I hope any viewers are out there enjoyed our session, if we have any. So.
Yep. Or if anyone's watching it later on YouTube, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much. Right, good night. Thanks for the fighting,
Catch you next
Digital,
time.
and we'll do it next time. See ya.
Yep. See ya.